Yep, here it is, the final game of the regular season, Vikings and Chicago Bears, and we're very happy to be joined by offensive line coach Clancy Barone. Welcome to Vikings Game Plan. Now, back to the Dolphins game for a second, and why I go back to that game as an offensive line coach. What was it like after the game in the locker room when Mike Zimmer presented the game ball to the offensive line?
It's something that no one from that group, and that's the way it is, I think, with that entire, I guess, genre. With linemen in general, no one ever wants to be singled out for anything. And so, you know, so not any one guy can get the game ball. So when they all got it, they're happy about it, obviously, and it's their way of getting a little pat on the back, if you will. Clancy
Barone won a Super Bowl as an offensive line coach with the Denver Broncos. What was that like?
You know, it's been so long ago now. It was after the 2015 season. I coached in 2 of them. We lost one, we won one. Winning that game is much better than not winning that game. But I think to make it easy on all of us, let's go back and do it again so we can all see what it's like.
Oh, your offensive line here with the Minnesota Vikings. When it's at its best, what's happening?
Well, that's the thing, is that there's so many moving parts to that. Stats are what they are. But right now, the thing that no one talks about is, for example, our yards per carry average in rushing the football is the highest it's been here with the Vikings in the last 3 years. League-wide, we're I believe in the top 10 in the league for the fewest sacks given up per pass attempt.
Yeah.
So there are some good things going on. But I'll tell you this: it does take a village. It takes the wideouts doing their job. It takes the tight ends doing their job well. A quarterback to know when to get us out of a bad play, and then which play to get us into. It's the running backs doing things the right way, and that's both in run and pass. So I think when we're doing our jobs well, I think we're all doing our jobs well, and then you have a nice product then to look at.
Is it fair to say offensive linemen markedly prefer run blocking over pass protection?
I would say so. Although, you know, when you look at the product that we get from college football, it's, you know, that's such a pass happy league down there. So when we get them, we have to kind of retrain them how to get that done. But there is something about that when you're a 310-pound man to want to impose your will, move forward, and take someone off their spot against their will. There's something kind of fun about that.
Talk about the maturation of rookie right tackle Brian ONeill. I think it's been fascinating. Thrown into a tough spot.
Sure.
He started a bunch of games consecutively. Seems like he's playing well.
He is playing very well. The thing that is, I guess, probably not a shock, but the thing that has caught most people off guard is that when Brian got drafted, all of the experts around the country said he was a 2 or 3 year project. And all of a sudden, I think it was week 3 or week 2, he gets thrown in the fire when someone gets dinged up, and then he kind of spot plays here and there, and then he earns the starting job, and he's been there ever since. Brian is a little different from most rookies, and that is that mentally he doesn't view himself as a rookie, which is awesome for him. The way that he prepares for a game, the way he's so serious about his task and about his techniques and everything else. He's not your typical rookie.
Clancy, what are some major differences between playing guard and tackle?
I guess to kind of put it in a general term, would be about the same difference as playing safety or playing corner.
Okay.
Playing linebacker or playing nose tackle. They're so different. To me, when you build your offensive line, it's like building your defense. You start from the outside and work your way in. It's like on the defense, you want to get your corners in and then have your edge pass rushers in and then work your way in. They're all different people. They have a different skill set. You ask them to do different things. So, you know, as a tackle, you have everything basically from your nose to that sideline is your area. From a guard, you're more in that phone booth and that type of thing. The types of athletes that you're asked to block are much different at tackle than they are at guard. And so neither one is better than the other, but they are so different.
Your center, Pat Elflein, second-year Ohio State. What makes him good?
I'll tell you what about Pat, and you can say it's his toughness, it's his strength. He's great out in space, and those are all true statements. The thing I think that really kind of sets Pat apart is the way that Pat prepares weekly. And I give my guys a study sheet that they have to fill out so I can tell what they're studying on tape, and I give them certain fronts to look at, certain things to look at that will also marry in with our game plan. And when I get that sheet back from Pat, it's about 5 or 6 pages long. Pat has everything filled out, plus on the back he has his own notes that he has filled out, and that's also the way that he plays the game. He's very detailed. The guy has a ton of pride in what he does, and it does show up on Sundays for him.